Welcome. We're back, but yeah, I'm loud. I got tricky on the sound check. It's the Rad Dudecast back in your fucking faces. The crazy, we're back.
We are back.
Episode 91. Is it 92? I believe it's episode 92. Let me check here in my phone. Does anyone know? Yeah, it's episode 92 of the world famous Rad Dudecast. My name, of course, is Brendan Ayer. I'm here with my co-hosts.
Anthony.
First of all,
say your goddamn names.
That is my name.
92 and yeah, that is true.
So, I don't know what beef you got going.
Greg.
That's my name.
Greg Stone. That is my name.
Greg Stone and Anthony DeVito. How we doing sound-wise?
I don't know.
I was reading an article the other day in the New York Times, and it said that normally for most podcasts around episode 200 is when they get their sound really dialed in.
Well, we got a new wire, and it made everything good, and now I don't understand it.
You know what? I listened to an episode of you ever listen to The Starters? It's an NBA podcast that I'm enjoying.
No, I'd love to listen to it.
But they had Brent Barry in studio, former NBA player. This is done by NBA TV.
Yeah.
Their sound was bad.
Yeah.
Like real, almost unlistenable. So we're doing great.
Yeah.
Because no one took it as a joke, I just have to backtrack and say that whole New York Times article thing I said wasn't true.
Really? I thought it was real.
Why would they have an article about the sound quality of a podcast getting better around episode 200? It wasn't a good joke. I'm to blame. Greg's got new glasses and new sneakers. I came in. I thought he won the goddamn lottery. They had a cleaning lady come to their house. I don't know what kind of money is coming into this house. They're having cleaning ladies. They're getting glasses that look phenomenal, by the way.
Well, they're getting the Rad Dudecast check. So just spending that money.
Oh,
on
yeah,
that.
wanna.
How much did you get for your last Rad Dudecast check?
Oh, too much to disclose.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've got nothing. Who is sending you these checks?
Andy the ad
Adnan.
guy.
Good. From Serial. Good.
Andy the ad man.
Oh, I thought you said Adnan, the murderer from Serial.
No. No, and thanks for spoiling it, because I did not listen to Serial yet.
Well, it's not a spoiler.
Spoiling that he's in it.
Yeah,
he just says he's the
Greg
murderer.
Is upset
well,
about.
yeah, but he's from the get-go. They tell you he's the murderer. Well, they tell you he's in jail for murder.
Oh, well,
you're
then
supposed
he's
to
not the
decide
murderer.
amongst yourself if he did it or not.
Did he commit it?
I think he did.
Then you spoiled it again. No, I'm not going to listen to it.
Well, I wouldn't.
And that's why I'm not cutting you a check for the podcast.
You said Andy the ad man was doing it. It's you.
Yeah, man.
He goes by many names.
Oh, the man without a face.
Oh God, we are back in Anthony's room.
Here you go. Start touching.
Greg just ate a quarter. He
man.
ate a quarter. You don't see that every day. Now,
I need
if
those.
I can describe in your mind's eye, first of all, if you never looked this up online, Greg is sort of a. I see him as a classic sort of 50s style, good-looking man. He's got a great head of hair. He wears it nicely, but now he's got these sort of almost Buddy Holly-like glasses with the little metal. Are you making fun that I have a lot of saliva production?
I think I always like a good slurp on a podcast.
Well,
I really
I've got overactive salivatory glands. That's been something I've been dealing with since a young boy.
Mouth sweat, man. It's mouth sweat.
Yeah, people used to say, "Give us the news, not the weather."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Fuck you, Dad."
Oh man, running your mouth, you get all that mouth sweat.
Yeah, I get mouth sweat.
I defended you the other day.
Well, this is great. Somebody's talking down talking me.
I was talking to some guy, some comic.
They're down talking to you.
And he comes over. He goes, "You heard it?" He goes, "Oh my God, I just saw Brendan, huh?
No.
That guy's not going to live forever." And I was like, "What are you fucking?" I punched him out in his face. Brendan lives forever.
You're telling me,
man.
There's comics going around this city
talking about your
spreading
mortality.
the dirty lies that I'm not going to live forever.
You're goddamn right.
God, I would love to know more details about this story.
Well, I'll tell you, his name was.
You are leaned back.
Yeah.
Leaned back and on track.
This guy Sal I know. He books this club I do. It's the Basement Comedy Room. They have all the headliners.
Oh,
Fish Gills, the Morlocks. I do comedy in a sewer. Did I tell you about that?
No. I think you're starting to, though.
Yeah, I do comedy in a sewer. A lot of times the show starts fun, but then it just starts in a bow staff fight on a pipe above green sludge. And that's how you know who headlines the next week.
whoever wins the fight?
Post-staff fight on the pipe above the green sludge.
Yeah, if a guy falls in, they become a mutant. It's the green sludge is not a good thing to fall into.
Do any of the mutants come back to work and be comics?
Great question.
Working is not a thing. It's a privilege of rights.
Right, but I'm saying if you fall in, you become a mutant, right?
You become mutated.
Yeah.
You know?
And then have ever any of those guys came back earn their way back into working at the club?
Of course, one, the legendary Fish Gills, who I just brought up.
Okay,
sure,
now
Fish
give us a
Gills.
piece of Fish Gills. Well, first of all, describe what's sort of
Walk
gone
us
wrong
through,
with Fish Gills.
Everything to do with Fish Gills.
Fish Gills started in the open mic scene in the Morlock sewage sewer plant down on below Avenue C. And, he started with the easy jokes, and he worked his way up, and then he had to fight Morco.
Now, Fish Gills, question here. Yeah. Was Fish Gills always known as Fish Gills even prior to falling in the sludge?
Len.
Okay, started
it was Len, and you work your way up. But once you're like, okay, I want to pass to be a headliner,
of course,
or to do the Friday night show.
Mm-hmm. Who attends these shows?
All mutants and children and school teachers.
Right.
Okay. So when in order to work the club, you have to then fight the booker.
Oh, so it's not a different comic. It's you fight the booker.
Or another comic. Mostly it's the booker if they can't get somebody. And then you fight him on a bow staff on top of a pipe above the sewage. Mm-hmm. And if you win, you can perform. If you fail, you fall into the sewage. You become a mutant.
Right. Bring your own bow staff or provided?
Well, you don't want to use a house bow staff.
No, right.
You get splinters. It's really a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
So now the whole audience is watching the fight, or the fight happens, and they're kind of waiting to see who the victor is for who the comedian's going to be for the night.
Because once you get off, you go right on stage.
Right, of course.
It's like you're sweaty, you're tired, but you go right into your act, and then next week again another fight, another act, and
so the booker defeated Fish Gills. Or at the time,
the first
Len.
time.
Len.
He defeated Len.
He defeated Len.
And Len fell in.
Len fell in.
And how long was the process there before he came out and was known as Fish Gills?
It's immediate. What happens is he falls right in.
Yeah.
And then he just comes, his clothes are burned from him, and he says, I am born anew! And then everyone says, Fish Skills. We all just decided, Fish Skills, Fish Skills, Fish Skills, Fish Skills. Yeah, then Fish Skill rises like the phoenix.
Yeah.
And he comes out, and then you wait, and you go, next week, Fish Skill, and then Fish Skills will then he has to go back to start again at the new open mic lower level, work his way up, but with new powers. There's all types of new material.
Yeah. Can I ask you something here? Has anything ever occurred here that has indicated to you that this was definitely a comedy club? Are you sure you're not involved in sort of a sewer, just fighting establishment?
No, it is. It definitely starts as a fighting establishment. Everyone fights.
Yeah.
Then the winner gets to give their hate speech comedy act.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah, and it's funny. These guys are good.
Yeah, what's a sample of what Fish Gills is talking about?
Well, Fish Gills is like, I was married to a few, I was married. He goes, he opens up with his like, he's like, who's winning in the polls? Who's winning in the polls, right? Who's winning in the poll stats?
I think Carson.
Fish Gills starts by asking the audience who's winning in the polls.
Yeah,
just a question.
Warm him up, and they go Trump, and he goes, I used to have a family. Then I fell into some mutated sludge.
Right, yeah. Oh,
Trump, I used to have a family.
God, the whole lot. Yeah. God, everything,
Yeah. They say Donald Trump said, we hate Mexicans. Yeah? How do you feel about three-eyed no lungs? A lot of mutants don't have lungs.
A lot of that stuff.
So then how does Fish Gills do?
Fighting? He's a killer.
Yeah, obviously, because he remains...
Fish Gills ripped. I swear to God, man, you should have seen this guy fucking... 2 fingers, like he's doing like the peace sign.
Yeah.
How do you describe this?
Almost like the Spock.
Well, Spock, right?
Now, are those fingers melded together?
No. He'll just jam those fingers into a human's eyes. I've seen him, and he'll kill you. He calls it braining.
Right.
Brains you.
So is it hard? Because then the audience is watching Fish Gills gouge someone's eyes out with those fingers.
Yeah.
And then he comes on stage and starts talking about his plight and his family. Is it tough for him to, win them over?
To be likable.
After they've seen that happen.
He's just murdered a man.
Yeah.
You got to have a good opener. You got to have a real...
his is...
polls?
Who's up in the polls?
So he's like, he's literally...
That's good, though, because it engages the audience and gets them distracted.
You say who's up, and then he says...
And then he starts going in about his family, and then you're right on board with Fish Gills.
Right. Watch this clip real quick, right? Just here's a clip of his last special, right?
Okay.
Murder! I have murdered your champion! Who will lead you now? Face me! Face Fish Gills! Who's up in the polls? Who is up? Is Trump still leading? I heard he took a dip. Ben Carson. Ben Carson, that's a funny guy, huh? I can really just clip it.
That's great.
That's like
that's
opener.
That's great.
Now, can I ask you, as far as I can tell, don't have any mutations. Am I led to believe?
As far as you can tell.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking you. Is there some sort of secret mutation you have that I don't know about? Or have you gone undefeated in bow fighting? Or have you not made it up to headliner level?
Fun fact about me is I have my first fight. I was championed to win. Everyone was like,
sure.
They were like, Bargo's gonna get this one. Bargo the champ. Bargo our king. He's gonna be the next.
So you go by
guy.
Bargo.
No, he's fighting Bargo.
No, you're fighting Bargo. I'm sorry.
No, that was my original name.
Oh, okay. You were right.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I jump in.
Bargo, child champ. They used to call me.
You were a child at this point.
Yeah, I was maybe 6 months.
Oh, so you were born in the
what
sewers.
most people would call, like a toddler.
Yeah, but not when
you.
Not the mutated champion Bargo.
And you were, and this was, if I gather from earlier, below Avenue C.
Below Avenue C.
Cool. Okay.
Raised by multiple animals. That's my classic. I don't talk about this a lot on the podcast.
No, I've noticed.
Sure.
So then I was known as this guy's going to change. He's going to win. He's going to win.
Yeah.
I get up for my first fight against Lance Dibblefish.
And I hate to keep going back and
Sure.
forth. So this is your first fight, correct?
I'm going into my first fight, yeah.
So why, given that you were 6 months old,
Yeah.
why was there this aura surrounding you of this guy's going to win? This guy, because I would think if someone said to me a baby is fighting a grown man, who I think the grown man's going to win.
I should explain. I wasn't technically a baby. From birth, I was full adult. I was only 6 months on Earth, as they would say.
Oh, okay.
But when I was born of mutant parents, born a mutant child.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, continue. Sorry about that.
So then Bargo. So then everyone thinks I'm going to win. This is a very hard story. I don't like to talk about it.
Bargo.
So
Bargo.
I worked my way through the open mic scene.
Bargo.
And
Bargo.
I'm getting better and better. People are like, "This guy's unstoppable. He's gonna be the funniest guy on the block."
Bargo. He's unstoppable.
Then I have to fight.
Good. Bargo.
I forgot his name.
Weird.
I have to fight Lance, Fish Demon.
Oh, fish demon. A lot of fish-related mutisms. Which is
well, because when you hit the mutant
Makes
thing,
sense.
you're underwater, and your first evolutionary thing is to get gills to breathe.
Right.
Fish Demon, the red. We call him the fish. The Fish Demon, the Red Devil. Many names.
Mm-hmm.
Native American.
I lost immediately. And I fell into the mutated, and this is why I look like the freak I look like right now.
You look pretty
hair.
normal to me. So you used to look. Describe how Bargo looked before you became Greg.
7 arms on one side.
Whoa.
Okay.
Other side, a calculator.
Oh.
Interesting.
It was.
How does that work in terms of weight distribution?
If
You fall over a lot?
I walked with a dance hunch, like a little bit of a shimmy a lot.
Uh-huh.
Multiple heads.
So you received one of the very rare mutations where you are a severely deformed mutant, fall into toxic sludge, and come out looking like more or less a regular human
But that's
being.
a classic
Slightly
story.
overweight.
Yeah,
you start a mutant, you go into a mutant thing, you come out a normal guy.
Right.
That's always you double back.
Yeah. It's the universe switch. The old switcheroo, they call it. That's why I'm not accepted there anymore.
Oh, you're not?
Because
No.
you look too human.
No, when I go, I have to put on a costume. I usually put on a mask. It's an old Chevy Chase mask I wear, and I just melt it a little bit, and then I just think I'm fine. I watch the old shows. I see the old family. They won't speak to me anymore.
Man, this is a heartbreaking story.
Yeah, how is that? So how are you received within the community?
Within the community of mutants,
Yes.
not well.
No.
No,
No.
My new face, the facade I put on, loved with the melted Chevy Chase mask. Yeah, they call me.
Facade.
Yeah, but they call him the willful taskman.
I don't even know who they're calling the willful taskman.
My Chevy Chase mask.
Oh,
The Chevy
okay,
Chase,
Got
yeah,
it,
they
got
call
it.
him
Sure.
The willful taskman.
Sure.
Because he'll willfully give a task.
Right, to anyone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and all right, I'm sorry for your loss. He's always sorry for your loss. He goes to a lot of funerals.
Yeah.
That's his
Right.
persona.
So you go from this child champion, but you're a full adult at the time, mutated, and now to the person you are now. How, when you do your act, how do they respond?
Well, Greg doesn't do his act there. What happens there is
The willful taskman.
Willful Taskman
Sure.
has been doing his act,
Uh-huh.
and he's getting a lot of heat. And I have my first fight for the headlining spot next week.
Oh.
And that's my friend who I will reveal to the mutants. Look who is your champion.
Bargo.
Bargo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lost one.
Right. You can take my arms.
Yeah.
You can take my calculator.
You can take my heads. I had multiple
but
heads.
you can never take my Bargo.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on.
That's
next
pretty
week.
good.
That's where I've been.
good,
that's why
man.
we haven't done a cast in a while. I've been away.
That
Right,
reminds me
right,
of when
right,
I
right.
used to sell bones.
Oh, God, let's get
yeah.
about. Remember,
Yeah.
you
Usually
always
don't
hint
open up
about
about
this.
this, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you old bone salesman?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of prices?
Yeah, what was going on there?
Nah, that's it.
Animal bones, human bones.
Anything. I was running steamboats in the Congo, and we had a little bone side deal going with my friend Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Lazarus.
Yeah.
So what's the day-to-day of a bone salesman?
Call him Laszlo.
Well, a lot of times Lazarus. You guys met Lazarus, right?
Met a lot of people. I can't.
It's hard to remember
place.
everyone
It's hard
we've
to. Yeah.
He was.
Oh, I did meet Laszlo. You had him with you in the
four-time.
car.
Oh, Lazarus. Yeah.
Four-time X
okay.
Games champion wakeboarding.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
From Florida, but things went south. You know.
Yeah.
He killed a family. And a lot of people say, like, why did he kill a family? And it's like, we don't know. You know, we don't know what they did, so back off. So anyway, we were in the Congo running these steamboat things.
Yeah.
And he was doing wakeboard training behind the steamboat. Yeah, right. And one day he snags up on a bone. We find there's a little market for these things. We start harvesting and whatnot.
How do you harvest a bone?
A lot of times you find them inside people.
Humans.
Oh.
Well,
Lesser than people, not humans. Of course.
yeah, whatever. I don't know what we never called them that. We would say,
Love
you
to
know,
dive deeper in.
we call
what
them,
do you mean by lesser than?
We call
Yeah.
me and Laz called them units. You know, that was
Units.
easier. We got how many units?
yeah.
How many units are we getting in today? You know what we do? We pull over the steamboat. You know, and we had this thing on. We had this thing that came up on the side, and it was sort of like where the Foot Clan would hang out during the day. We had a half pipe in there, video games,
couple
we
pinball
had,
machines,
NBA Jam,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat,
VHS player still in the box.
yeah, a lot of stuff like that. So it was a free for all. People would come running in. We'd say, we're going up the river. You know,
Yeah.
come on in, shut the thing, and then we'd, whatever. Yeah, sell the bone, get some bones.
What are you doing to get rid of
What's
the
that
gas in 'em?
process?
What?
You gassing them?
No, that's gas. Gas is expensive.
That's too much. Yeah, you don't want it's.
But
overhead.
interestingly, we would use gas, but not what you're thinking. It was Laz. He had the worst
Lazarus.
farts
Killing
that ever
farts.
been smelled. Yeah, so he'd sit on a vent, right, and he'd just fart into there, and slowly the thing fills up with farts, and the oxygen goes out.
Well, it's technically just all methane, I guess. You just breathe in methane.
We never ran the science, but anyway, I don't want to do this anymore.
Killed him.
Bit wise.
I don't know, man. I thought we were just starting to get into it.
Yeah, man. It's cool. Always cool to pull the chute.
Yeah.
Always,
Pull the chute,
pull the chute.
Pull the chute.
Pull the chute. Get out. Get in and out.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
your zany adventure, Anthony?
What's up?
What about your zany
Oh, I
adventure?
spent 3 years as Lady Diane.
Yes.
Yeah.
When was this?
Oh, this was 1989 through 1992.
And
That's great math. Off top. I just want to throw that
so
there.
you
That's
were
great,
7.
real quick.
From 7 to
From 7 to 10, I was
you were
Lady Diane. Yep.
And, where did you live?
I lived on a boat, and we'd go. It was a cruise ship.
You also,
and
both of you, boat people.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So it was a cruise ship, and I was a Princess Diane impersonator from 1989 to 1992. And I would come out, and that was part of the Carnival Cruise Line. That was one of the options. It was a ship. It was called Meet the Queen, and and then there was me. My mom would be the Queen of England, and I would play. We couldn't get the rights to Princess Diana, so I'd have to be Lady Diane.
Lady Diane.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
I
You were on
also
the boat?
didn't know you needed the rights to someone.
You do.
to
You do
impersonate
indeed.
them.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that some of those Times Square people have managed to secure the rights to Spider-Man
Well,
and Elmo.
It costs a lot of money. We didn't
That's
have
what
the
they look
money
for.
at the time. Human name rights for other human beings.
Yeah.
You're talking more than a liquor license. It's a lot of money.
And they only give out so many a year.
And they only give out so many.
Right.
So in fact, get them.
Handled by the same board that handles liquor licenses, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Len.
Yeah.
Len.
Right.
Yep.
Len does it.
Len.
Well,
Fish
Gills.
Yeah.
They're all on there. Yeah. We're both involved.
Tell me more about Diane.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do? Was this a sexual thing?
It could be if people wanted it to be.
And how often did they want it to be?
8 out of 10.
So 8 out of 10.
8
now,
out of 10.
So would they be men, older men?
Whoever. We weren't really allowed to be gender specific.
Right, but I'm saying...
By who?
What?
Who wasn't allowing?
By the committee of... actors, the committee of actors.
Yes. Of course, on the boat.
The acting committee, because you register and then once again it costs more money. We didn't have the money to be able to differentiate.
Right.
Sure.
So the acting committee said at some point during the meeting, they said, we are okay with people having sexual relations with this 7 to 10-year-old boy dressed up as Princess Diana. But we draw the line at discriminating between what gender can do that.
Well, it wasn't so much draw the line. You just have to pay more money.
Oh.
Because you pay the Actors Committee a certain amount.
Yeah.
Just like when you join SAG, you pay them a certain amount every year. You have to pay a certain amount to be in the acting committee.
And they're exclusive to cruise ships?
No, the cruise ships, state fairs, in-home things.
Ooh, in-home
things. Yeah, in-home things.
Basement events.
Basement events,
Sure.
Basement
sort of like when you have a party and get your cocktail waiters to dress up like Toto from The Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Now, let me ask this. What did the act entail?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked. I would come out and people would go, "Oh my God, Princess Diana," and I would go, "Well, hello, well, hello to you. I am Lady Diane, not Princess Diana, due to trademarking rights. I'm Lady Diane. I grant you 3 questions."
May I ask?
Sure.
Just for fun?
Yeah.
Where did art start?
Oh, that's a great question. Art started in the minds of the Romans.
Lady Diana.
Sure.
Is there such a thing as true free will?
True free will does not exist because of brain implants.
Who's giving these brain? What's a brain? Explain.
Be careful. This is our 3rd question.
Sorry.
This is your question 3. Be careful.
Don't forget about maybe we want to get into some. We want to get some fuck stuff going.
Yeah. Will you fuck me?
Contractually, I am obligated to, and I cannot ask what you are.
What a world we live in.
Man, that was a great
That
gig.
was good. Yeah, that's a good gig, man.
See, that would be it. Because mainly, Princess or Lady Diane's answers were so bizarre for the first 2 questions that they would have to remind themselves about sexual stuff because then they wanted to know more about a brain implant or something like that.
Yeah. Brain implant.
Right. Well, for you as a young boy,
sure.
Did you ever try and maybe get them going on the brain implant stuff so they wouldn't try and fuck you, or was that fun for you?
No, I would try to get them going on the brain implants. Yeah. It was horrifying.
And so who would be reminding them about the sex stuff?
Well, usually Gino, this guy Gino the Dump.
Real quick,
Gino the Dump, he was my talent manager.
I apologize. Real quick, I'd just like to welcome everyone who is coming in from listening to Anthony on NPR. We'd love to have you.
There's
a little bit more to the story.
We never did this podcast thinking that anyone would ever listen to it, and God knows if you've even gotten this far with this thing. But thanks so much for listening to me on This American Life.
Is that okay to say now?
Yeah.
Okay, so for all our regular listeners, we are recording this today. Friday, November what?
5th.
6th.
Yeah.
Anthony has, in what's a huge deal, Anthony has is going to have a story on tonight on This American Life, tomorrow in some markets on NPR, and then tomorrow on the podcast, the This American Life podcast, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the single most popular podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
Yeah.
So next to the Rad Dudecast.
Next to the Rad Dudecast. Of course.
Might listen.
So our regular listeners, go check that out. If you're new, joining us from there, which I don't even know how you'd find your way back to this, but you have just crossed such a distance, in a metaphorical distance in terms of subject matter.
Yeah.
To go from This American Life to the Rad Dudecast. If the world of podcasts were the universe, you just traveled to Mars. At least.
Yeah, this is if you knew your grandfather and loved how he gave you presents, you just found his basement full of wooden dildos and child eyes.
Yeah,
that's a great way to put it.
You loved your grandfather. He was always he coached your little league team. He he took care of puppies, all this stuff. He passed away. You had to go clean out his basement, and you sort of behind this ice box. There's an ice box.
Yeah.
You find this
What's
little
in there?
Lever.
You find this little lever to a door, to a little short door, and you go in there, and there's just bunk beds and two little boys that have just been swirled away in there. Yeah.
You've been here for years.
Can you please let me have some Cheerios?
Yeah.
Can you please just give me some Cheerios for my phone?
I love give him some Cheerios. I want some Life cereal. We love cereal.
How long have you got? What is this?
I will tell you what this is if you will listen with your ears.
Yeah.
And watch with your eyes.
Listen, he's an expert on eyes and ears.
My name is Wilbo, conqueror of all senses.
Yeah, that's his name, Wilbo. He's a conqueror of all senses.
I have fought my way through the Morlock sewer fights.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
I have championed a beast. I have championed the insects. And I have championed the weather.
He had. I know he had. I'm his manager.
I have come a long way to deliver a message.
Yeah.
Turn your ways around.
Well, you seem so wise.
Don't laugh when he tells you to turn your ways around.
I'm very sorry. Very sorry. What do you
You
mean by
better
that?
respect him.
I will.
Turn around the ways you have come with your life.
But if you could go into further detail about these ways that you somehow know about.
First of all, let me finish. All of your ways. So just say one thing you do. That shirt.
This shirt, it's an orange shirt.
Bad choice.
Okay.
You're
so I have to change everything.
You're like a bluish guy.
Oh, okay.
Also follow the god Zolgar.
Okay. Wait. What? That kind of seemed to know.
Yeah, get a blue shirt.
All right. Yeah. I'm on board with the blue shirt.
Blue is your color.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's gonna bring out your eyes.
Yes.
My eyes are brown though.
Yeah.
Brown belt. Always. Black belts are not. Brown belt.
Okay.
Always wear a brown belt. And don't forget about Zolgar.
Yeah. What?
Change your ways.
Yeah.
Okay, that's first and
Bow
foremost.
down to the god Zolgar.
All right, you're gonna have to backtrack a second.
Sure.
Who is Zolgar?
Yes. A slim fit would work you better. You have a very good body.
Thank you. That's nice of you to say.
Yeah.
Yes, and also
you do
the
have a good body.
Thank you very much.
And also the god of child feces, Zolgar. You
Yeah,
must listen to what he
Zolgar.
says.
Okay, I feel like you guys are shoehorning in Zolgar every now and again. He's
Yes.
the god of feces?
He is the god of child feces.
Have you thought about trying to match your color palette to the seasons?
I've never thought about that,
Yes,
but that is an interesting idea.
Because it's fall.
Yeah.
Go with the fall colors.
Pastels are in.
Okay, cool. I'll keep all this in mind. Now you said
Zolgar.
Yeah, no, I got it. Zolgar. Child feces?
Bow down to him.
Yeah, he
Listen to
comes
every-
down here through this little door, and we bow down to him, and then we eat. Actually, maybe we shouldn't tell you all this.
Oh, if you want to know more, open the magic book of racial slurs.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I am curious.
Read
okay.
to it.
Well, I don't have the book.
Well, it's in this other room, but you can't get in dressed like that.
It's
a high
inside
dress
my.
code.
It's in. Open up my fly. It's in my pants.
What?
Yeah,
that,
check in my
That
pants.
really came out of nowhere.
That's why I
This-
keep the book.
This sexual
No,
proposition
I'm
really
serious.
came out of nowhere.
I'm
I gotta
serious.
say.
No, man. That's why I keep the book, man. I'm not trying to trick
I
you
feel like
into
this
doing
guy's
sex
bullshitting
stuff.
me.
He's a good bullshitter. He's
Okay.
my manager.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you
man.
for being
He's
honest.
my manager. He will get you any kind of deal.
That makes
Hey,
sense.
man,
Okay.
Listen,
So
if I
Yeah.
try and get this guy up on my, I'm trying to get him to do some
You're
stuff.
always trying to get someone to slobber your knob. I will give you
homie,
10%.
It doesn't gotta be the mouth.
Or the anus.
No, it could be anything. Whatever body part. all I'm saying is maybe if you were to back off for a second, you come in there looking for the book. I get a little
It's hard for me to back off when I have a mission statement, which is to follow the feces god Zolgar.
You're right.
And to repent your ways.
You're right.
But also...
You should.
What I want to tell you...
Okay.
I've got the voice again.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, it dipped out for a minute, but that's okay.
He's a sexual maniac manager.
I'm starting to gather that. Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah, so that's what's in the basement.
Yeah.
That's what the metaphor is for coming from NPR
Strangely,
to the Rad Dudecast.
Yeah.
They seem, interestingly, the two little boys in your grandfather's basement seem to have no knowledge of your grandfather or any type of relation.
No, they didn't even bring him up.
They
really.
just live there separately.
Yep, they live there.
So your grandfather's still a fine guy.
Yeah, it seems like he's a fine guy who's harbored these two strange people, almost for the good of the world. It would seem. Actually, he was doing a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, what a hero.
Yeah, what a hero.
So anyway,
Grandpa
welcome
turned out to
aboard.
be.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for coming out. I mean, enjoy your stay. It could be a long stay. It could be very short. But either way, really appreciate it.
Now, so if you're just joining in, we will say this is a weekly podcast that comes out anywhere from weekly to twice a semester. So, you just kind of got to stay tuned and see. Now, did you guys know I got my wallet stolen last week?
No.
Yeah, man. I had a disaster night.
Wait a minute. Is this real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a disaster evening. I was going to the Albany Funny Bone, right?
I was switching my brain.
I was leaving for the Albany Funny Bone Wednesday night, about an hour before I'm supposed to pick up the guy who I was going with. I went to Subway, ate at Subway.
Oh, yeah. There's a guy there named Zol.
Yeah. No, he's good. Got a child feces?
Yeah,
he was there.
Sorry. Shoehorn these stupid characters.
That is probably just a real guy in New York.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
There's definitely a guy.
I would say there's probably two Zolgars.
Yeah,
in New York City.
And
same scenario, child feces, the whole thing.
There's probably at least 3 Zolgars, and at least 2 of them are into child feces.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I walk away from. I eat a sandwich. I walk down the block. Within a block, I realize, fuck, my wallet's gone. I think it either got pickpocketed because I did bump into this kid, or just fell out of my coat. But anyway, I noticed within a block, sprinted back, wallet's gone. Within 10 minutes, I'm getting text from my bank. Did you make this purchase? Somebody's trying to use my cards at weird places, So I'm like, fuck, man, I'm an idiot. I gotta go. I don't even know how I'm gonna have money for the week in Albany. And so I call. I'm stressing out. I call, cancel all my cards. I call one of the credit card ladies, and they go, someone just tried to use it at Domino's, I go, what Domino's? She said, sir, we really can't recommend that you try and get your own wallet back. I said, I need you to tell me what Domino's now.
Listen, Batman.
Yeah. And so she gives me the Domino's. So she's like, but sir, seriously, I said, I gotta go. And I hang up the phone, and I'm running out the door, and I call the Domino's, that she had given me. All that was on my statement was the store number, but I type in Domino's XX, whatever store number, Brooklyn, and it comes up. So I call in. I'm running out the door to my car. I call in, and I go, someone just tried to use my card for $29.95. Don't let them leave. And the lady goes, that was a phone-in order or an online order. So nothing. So I'm stumped there.
So close.
So so close. But
they have to deliver it, don't they?
What? No, it got turned down. Because they didn't have the code.
Right.
So. My plan, by the way, this was my plan.
The plan.
The plan was this: to offer him $200. Say, look, man, I need my wallet. I'll give you $200, and then that was just to get him to admit that he had my wallet. And then as soon as he would say, Maybe. Then I'd never give him the money and attack him in the Domino's and take my wallet
him
back.
from evidential
But I figured if I just came in and said, "Who's got my wallet?" it would be he'd just say no. You know?
Yeah.
So my plan was like offer him $200 real nicely. Hey, I don't mind, dude. I need it.
Yeah, just be a real cool guy about it.
But then fucking turn. But it didn't work out.
Listen, man, everyone falls on hard times. Yeah.
So anyway, I get all my shit canceled. I'm starting to calm down a little bit because I'm like, all right, no damage done. I'm gonna need a new license at some point. That's a pain in the ass. But they didn't get any of my money, right? I canceled everything before.
Quick.
And I realized I was like, because I was worried about having money for the week, but I realized I still have my passport. You know, as long as I have identification, I can walk into a Chase Bank and get money. You know, from my account. So I get my car the day before. I had spent $600 on my car. I needed a new radiator, right?
This is a good...
So I get in my car. I get a mile from my house. I get right before, the bridge going over the creek?
Yeah.
My car just starts shaking violently.
Oh,
just
my God.
Side to
I can't
side.
think of a lot of things scare, you know?
And then just stops, just dies. So I'm still running late, just had my wallet stolen, and my car that got fixed yesterday, mind you, from a situation that it wasn't breaking down. It was running fine. It's just the temperature light was flashing, and it was hot. The engine was running hot. So there wasn't any of these issues before. They fixed it, and now it's almost blowing up. So luckily, it started back up. I limped it back to my house. By this time, I'm very calm because I'm like, well, this is humor. Like, this is a humorous state of events where just everything... Megan luckily has a car. Used her car. Went and picked up Greg, and we went to
Greg,
not you, Greg Warren, and we went to Albany. But boy, it was
love that story up until you have another Greg.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know him, so this is not a news. To
I can have another Greg.
What?
I can have another.
You
Greg.
have another Brendan. I tell you,
no, I don't.
Doing gigs all over the city, all over the country with Brendan Fitzgibbons.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
No way, no how.
I only know one Anthony. That's a great story.
It's not really that exciting, but it's just like, man,
good.
that's a lot of bad shit right in
right in a row.
Yeah, but it became very calming where you're just like, fuck it. But it did irritate me because it's like, never in my life, man. And I'm like a shyster. Like, I don't mind I don't mind pulling a scheme, but never in my life would I find a wallet and not turn it in. It's just like, that's a person. That's not a corporation. That's not, like, that's just a fucking hassle in my life. You found my wallet and just took it.
You went right to Domino's.
Right to
Domino's.
Which makes me think it was a kid that you're just like,
yeah,
pizza party.
Yeah. This isn't a sophisticated criminal.
No,
who would know more things. Try to buy fine art or something.
I didn't tell you. I do have to tell you guys. Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah,
of course, Greg.
Well, I know. I went to the hospital the other day. I had felt a. This is like was kind of crazy, but I was in the shower and I was washing my back of my head, and I felt this weird lump behind my ear. And I had something like this before. It was like a lymph node thing. It's just like it just gets like swollen. And I started to freak out a little bit. I'm like, it was probably nothing. Probably just take an antibiotic. I'll go to the doctor or whatever. I go to the doctor, and he's like, "Oh, this is just a cyst. We can just excise this. The pus will come out. You're fine. Whatever." I go to this immediate center, right? So I'm talking to the doctor, and I'm like, and I've done this before, so I'm like, I guess this is fine, right?
Yeah.
He goes to open it, and he gets weirded out. He's like, whoa, and I was like, what's going on? Are you okay? Like, usually doctors don't say that. And he was like, I swear to God, this thing just moved. And I was like, wow, what the hell's that mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's unusual.
That's fair.
Opened it up. 5 giant spiders come out.
Wow.
5 giant spiders.
Oh, like an old wives' tale.
Yeah.
That
and
talk.
It's interesting because they talk.
Wow, Greg! Did this take a turn?
Spin. And it's what's really fascinating
to crazy
me
enough
is that
spiders came from underneath your skin. They also talk.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because it seemed that they were just going to be normal spiders, and then Anthony said, like the old wives' tale, and then you immediately said, and they talked. So it's interesting that that's just the order.
Well, they did talk. They said, we all have consent. Well, one said, we can all grant one sentence, and then he died. I said, what's that mean, one sentence? And they all gave one piece of advice.
Oh,
so, but there's only 4 remaining at this
point.
Yeah, one sentence.
Yeah.
Now, is it the sort of advice that there's a curse on you if you share, or is it shareable?
Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Cool.
It said, change your ways
And then he died.
And died.
Wear pastels for the fall.
Died.
Bow down to Zolgar.
Died.
Zolgar, and the fifth one said, "You got to lose like 20 pounds, or you're going to get diabetes."
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
So they stitched me up, and I went home.
What did the doctor say about that?
He was like, they're so quick, they're so in and out. You know, we didn't really talk about it. He wrote me like a bunch of pages of things to do. I got to put like a cream. And I gotta follow the words of the wise spiders. But besides that,
other than that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Insurance covered it.
Medicaid, man. Obama,
great,
man.
man.
People have a problem with Obama. I don't know another country in this world you can go to and have 5 talking spiders pulled out of your head,
and
they don't charge you $1.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I saw this thing. I read this thing where somewhere in Africa, a doctor took a bean out of someone's nose, and then they couldn't pay for it, so he put the bean back up their nose.
It's like we live in America. Thank God we live in America.
Yeah.
If I was in that country, they'll put those spiders right back in my ears. Dead spiders.
Yeah.
We buried them in the backyard. I tell you, we buried them.
No.
Because they're sentient.
Sure. Yeah, of course. You gotta. It's the right thing to do.
Little concrete tombstones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what'd you write on there?
I said, you were good. I didn't know you well. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I wrote something like that for all of them.
It's interesting. So you consider a tombstone sort of to be like a greeting card.
Very similar things. That's the fourth one I wrote. You're the greatest dad in town, and it was a big picture of a giant dad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I did one for them that said, you don't look a day over 40, and then you open it up and it says 40,000, and there's a picture of a skeleton.
It's a great way to say goodbye to somebody.
Yeah, just wrote, "You go, girl."
Yeah. the one coffin, if you open it, it plays la 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 bamba. So it's la 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 bamba. This boy is dead. Goodbye and good see ya. And then you close
la 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 bamba. This fighter is dead.
Yeah.
He had to give advice.
Fuck that didn't.
Yeah. You want to do a quiz?
I do have a little thing planned.
What
if
are we
want.
on? Are we on time?
We don't have much time left,
Oh,
but
okay.
I got a little something. If you're interested.
I'm interested, Brendan.
So what I want.
I'm not interested.
This is
Guys,
interesting because
I'm
this.
interested.
What do we do?
This is going to be. There's no right or wrong. Okay. I'm going to judge. What it is I've got a series, and we've done this once before, but I didn't judge your answers. Once before, maybe 40 to 50 episodes ago, I keep an encyclopedic knowledge of this show. We talked about some moral, or if you want to call them ethical, dilemmas.
I love that.
And
I've
got some more here. No, that's fine. So I've got some more here. And I'm going to ask them, and the way we're going to do it is you're both going to get a chance to answer. I will then decide whose answer is better and award points based on that.
I love that.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's interesting.
I'm going to think about this one.
First one is called the Trapped Mining Crew. Heather is part of a 4-person mining expedition. There is a cave-in, and the 4 of them are trapped in the mine. A rock has crushed the legs of one of her crew members, and he will die without medical attention. She's established radio contact with the rescue team and learned it will be 36 hours before the first drill can reach them.
Okay.
She is able to calculate that this space has just enough oxygen for 3 people to survive for 36 hours, but definitely not enough for 4 people. The only way to save the other crew members is to refuse medical aid to the guy who had his legs crushed, right? So you let him die so that there's enough oxygen left for the crew. Should you, if you were Heather, should you allow the injured crew member to die so you save the lives of the remaining crew, or should you give him the first aid he needs and just hope by some miracle the drills arrive sooner than 36 hours? Now, you're allowed to ask any questions.
Why can't we hold our breaths and don't get all the oxygen?
Well,
is that a
because
thing?
I think if you hold your breath for like a minute, whatever you suck in after
that minute, it's going to be the equivalent.
Yeah. Good question, though.
I don't understand this. When is it having your legs crushed? You're going to die.
Because he's bleeding out. So essentially, but she can save him. She knows how to save him. She could stop the bleeding.
She just needs the medical supplies to get there.
No. She can save him without the medical supplies.
Oh,
the problem is she can save him right now. That's the question.
Okay.
If she saves him, though, that means there's 4 people and then not enough oxygen.
Ah.
So she's either got to save him and they suffocate. Yeah, you're Heather.
I save him and I blow my brains out.
Fuck. Anthony, your answer?
Woo! That sounds like a pretty good one.
I wouldn't do that, though.
What I mean, man, there's no easy way out of this one. How old's this guy?
I'm going to say prime of life. Got a family out there?
Oh, Jesus.
41.
I can keep asking questions?
2
41.
Kids, twins,
what am I looking like life-wise as Heather?
You're 38.
I've had a kid?
Nah, you've been sad lately.
What kind of
I've been sad lately.
Yeah, what kind of cans situation?
Great cans. Fucking.
Ooh, now that changes things.
Good skin? Good skin?
Areolas the size of dessert plates.
Yeah, what am I looking like in my
None of that.
T-zone?
What?
Titty zone?
My T-zone.
Oh,
Your
not wrinkle-free, baby.
A wrinkle-free?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Wait a minute. What's a T-zone?
I don't really know. I've just heard it.
I think it's this.
Oh, the
I think
T-zone.
Ladies have a lot of wrinkle problems in the T-zone.
That's a specific ladies thing?
No, men just maybe
too.
don't talk
Here's
about
what
it
you
as
do.
much.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah.
I tell everyone this is what's happening. And I just kind of tell the guy with the legs, like, I mean, we're going to save you, but, I mean.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you're probably not going to
I'll
be able
raise
to walk
these kids
again.
like my own. I'll give them a good speech.
Yeah.
I'll raise your kids like they're mine. Whatever they need, whatever they want.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This one, I can't even be funny with this because I really want to know what the.
Well, that's the.
What's the answer?
There's no answer. That's the crazy part.
Oh,
I think,
man. If I've been sad lately, this guy's got a family, I'll kill myself.
That's interesting. But, yeah, so, interesting. So, Anthony says he killed himself. Greg said he talked to Hector or whoever.
I
it is with the
have
crush
parents
life.
that are still alive?
Yeah.
They love me?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Your plan is as the day your mom dies, you kill yourself.
I don't know. I've been feeling better lately. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore.
No, you're locked in now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm okay now. Yeah, if I have parents that love me, or maybe I explain to them this situation beforehand and they get it. I think they'd know. Or maybe I go to the survivors, look, here's what I'm going to do. I got parents that love me. I got to kill myself because this guy's got a family. I've been sad lately. I'm 38.
Yeah.
I'm wrinkle-free, which is nice, but...
I also don't mind meeting my fate.
Yeah, I know. I'm just worried about my
Kill
parents
myself.
being sad. So I was going to say, tell them why.
Right.
Tell them about this.
You both pass with flying colors. I think
Thanks.
those are all great options. I might do a thing where I say, like, I lay it out for all 4 of us.
Can I
and
ask
say,
you-
look,
There's 3 of us.
there's 4. 4 total.
Oh, in the story.
In
not
the
in
thing.
room.
Not in the room. And I say, look, I know I'm the boss here, but this is such a momentous thing. I think we got to all decide together. You know, if you guys,
that's
if you
good.
guys think we should all stick it
That's
out
good.
and hope they get
Yeah,
here
that's good.
earlier, I'll do it. If you think if anyone wants to volunteer to die, I'll do it. If no one else does, I don't know, Mark. Let's be honest, you don't have a lot going for you. You know.
That's what you do. You start cutting people down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a list, checklist. If
but
you
so
don't
I'm
meet
gonna
all the things.
I'm gonna give you both 15 points on that
Yeah.
first one.
Okay,
I think
cool.
you answered well.
Can I ask a real quick one?
Yeah.
I thought of this actually because I was trying to write a story. True story.
Mm.
A demon comes up to you, real life demon, proving that hell exists.
Okay.
And he says to you, you have 2 sons. I'm going to kill one of them. I can kill the good son, who has been good, great his whole life, true angel. Or I can kill the bad son, who has been bad his entire life. Now, understand this. What this means is a demon is real, which means heaven and hell now exist, for real. If you're to kill the good son, he may go right to heaven. If you're to kill the bad one, he'll go to hell.
Can I ask questions?
Yeah.
So by the demon's existence, are you sure he's confirmed to you that there is heaven and hell, or it's just like he's just a demon, so you have to assume heaven and hell
80%.
follow?
You're 80%.
You're 80.
There's a 20%
Fuck, man,
chance.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I think I would kill the bad son.
Mm-hmm.
The idea being, either way, they're both going to meet their fate. You know what I mean? They're both going to go to hell or heaven when they die.
Mm-hmm.
So why not let the guy who's been so good live for longer?
But then he has a chance to even fuck himself up and then go end up in hell too.
Oh, so I could kill him and he could go to heaven, but there's a 20% chance he's just dead in the dirt. Nothing.
Yeah, there's 80% chance he gets.
Yeah, I'm killing the bad son. Because if a good guy, he'll keep being a good guy.
Okay, and you just watch his brother die. He could flip out.
I didn't know he had to watch. He's not going to like me anymore. He saw me kill his brother. Fuck, man.
What do you say?
There's a lot of information in this one. I always get confused because you did this with me before. I get tripped up because there's a lot of moving parts to this one. There's the demon. Now heaven and hell is real. There's the good son, the bad son, all this stuff. I felt like Brandon's answer was good.
Yeah, we can just move on. I just wanted to show you. That's what I thought of this week.
Yeah, no, I like it. I just
what would you do?
2 weeks ago.
It's a lot.
What I say is, I tell everyone the same thing. I say we make a death pact. I kill myself, and I say that no one tells me when to die. No one tells me anything.
No one tells you to kill your own sons.
Yeah,
but see, I thought the demon was going to make you. Isn't the deal? I assumed the deal was if you don't kill one of them, the demon kills both of them.
The deal is there are no deals.
Oh,
at that point,
well then I just wouldn't do any of it.
Good move.
Yeah, you got. That's the other.
I'm not gonna do anything.
You got a demon coming up to you. That's a moment where now heaven and hell exists. You want to be like, hey, God. Can we do something about this? This guy's put this deal on the table.
Yeah, well,
I have to make this unfortunate decision. You mind just, talking to him or whatever?
And not only that, like, you won't show your face. Nobody knows if you're true or not, but this fucking low-level guy just going around.
This guy's going all about town, making all these horrendous offers to people.
Well, the darkness of the story is the truth. The darkness of the story is the first son is only good because there was someone tried to sexually predate him. And the dad made a deal with the devil.
They tried to predate him.
Yeah.
That should be a verb.
And he made a deal with the devil. He said, don't let this happen to my son.
Uh-huh.
But as the devil does, he took it away.
Right.
Made it happen to his second son, who then it messed up his mind. And he became an evil person.
The second son really not even a bad son, just a son that's been damaged by a predate.
And he became a monster.
Man. Well, I'd kill the guy. I'd flip it. Because what you don't know,
what I don't know,
what you don't know about the situation, the sexual predator who got to the bad son was actually an illegitimate son of mine that I didn't even know was my own son, that I had earlier in life, and I'd kill him. So he turns out he's my son. I kill him.
So you kill another son.
Yeah, but it turns out it's a son, yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Or, let's say this, maybe that's not even true. What you do is you just marry that guy's mom. Now he's your adopted son. Now you can kill him.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
There's an easy fix.
Yeah, easy fix.
Yeah, always a way out. Just marry someone.
Yeah.
That's always a quick way out of these things.
That's why demons phased out, because there was too many loopholes.
Yeah.
People were getting around them left and right. They were always losing fiddling competitions.
That's a funny idea. Where this demon comes down, and by the end of it, he's just annoyed by the amount of questions. If a demon comes down, it's like a Jewish couple. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just like, but what about this?
Or just a guy.
Like, oh, God, okay.
Or just like a guy just like, hey, man, who's to say your fiddling was better than my fiddling?
Yeah.
You don't
just
know,
a deep thinker,
bro.
Yeah.
I thought mine was better.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's to say your predating was better than my?
Yeah, who's the judge of this?
What's
contest?
to even say what a predator is? Really?
Yeah. I don't see it in my dictionary.
Do you want to do another one, or do you want to end it out?
I don't know. What are we looking at time-wise?
52.
Boy, I will say, and I'm not one to go around patting ourselves on our own backs, but boy, we delivered.
I think we really stepped it up when we think that we might have more listeners.
It was action packed.
I really do.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of Rad Dudecast from not doing it since October.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
we
the
gotta
other
hold
thing
it up
too.
and let the dam burst. You know?
Yeah.
I wish Anthony didn't have somewhere to go. I would say fucking
to do another
rack it back, baby, rack it back.
Yeah.
But that's I'm gonna.
Well, listen to our podcast. It's the Rad Dudecast. You can find it at raddudecast.com.
Yeah, you can. No, you can't. But you can still find it at iTunes.
Oh, you can't. Yeah. What is
plugs? It? Plugs. Upcoming plugs.
Oh, we're going to be at Anthony are co-headlining.
Oh, yeah.
The Go Bananas in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
December 10th to the 13th, I believe.
December 10th to the 13th.
December
we'll be there.
10th through the 13th. Greg Stone and Anthony DeVito. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will be in Virginia next weekend, just a one-nighter. I don't know where it is. Just if you're in the Virginia area, follow along on my Twitter. And then I'll be in Boston
Just no
the 19th.
Oh, that's
that
Donahue gig?
Yeah, November 19th.
That's a great gig.
Yeah,
I'll be there. So follow my Twitter or BrendanAir.com for details on that. Yeah, that's about it.
See you guys later. Yeah.
You think you're gone?
Yeah. Yep. All those NPR listeners, those new guys
They
are
don't
out.
know what we do,
no,
dog.
it's just us, dog.
It's just us now, man.
Just us, dog. Dicks out. Dicks
us
out.
and the original listeners.
Yeah.
Get those other bullshit said. Let's get in the
Get
real.
those fucking squares out of here.
Yeah, let's talk about the stuff we like to talk about.
Yeah.
Racism and pedophilia. Sorry, see you guys.
See you.
Later.
Yeah.
We
Now
talk
this
about
is
the
for
stuff
the
we really like.
It's the stuff we really like to talk about. Gold teeth.
Gold teeth,
bloody
veins.
Yeah. Sexual domination. Beast. All right, see you guys.
Dude,
All right,
bye.
thanks so
I'm
much.
really leaving this time.
All right.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
For the real deep
This Will and Grace.
Yeah. What's gonna happen on that show?
There's
All
a
the
new
new fall lineups.
Yeah.
The Grinder. It's better than you think, actually.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
Grandfathered.
Yeah, whose Hulu account are we gonna use? That's what
Yeah. Julia Solomon.
How are we gonna go?
Loop.edu. Multiple users. I'm thinking about getting my own account, actually.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah,
Okay. I was thinking about getting one too, so that I could have, so I don't have to pay you as much for electric, because then you'd owed me the money, so there wouldn't be such a big.
All right, we got to
commission.
seriously. All right, guys,
You've
take
told
care.
Me, you've told me this plan before.
Anthony,
I don't know that it makes sense.
Anthony, the podcast is
Okay.
over. Take care, guys.
Thanks so much. See ya.
All right, we're back.
What are you guys thinking about for dinner?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting some kind of low carb entree.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, what about you? What do you think?
It's fancy if you can
Chicken piccata.
Yeah, you can have the meat. It's just as long as you cut down on the carbs,
Yeah,
you
it's
can get the
good.
health benefits.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't spike your blood sugar, because that's what makes you want
that's-
more.
Yeah, you guys remember Atkins?
Yeah,
That thing came and went. What
Yeah,
happened
boy,
with
whatever
that?
happened to
Ketosis took its place.
Oh,
Some more
ketosis. I don't even know
Oh, yeah,
about this.
ketos, the
Yeah.
whole paleo diet.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, yeah, that's a
But
thing.
the truth is, nothing,
yeah.
nothing really tops just balanced eating.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're gonna be able to, sustain that.
Sustainable.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a way of thinking.
Thanks for listening. We're out of here. See you guys later.
Thanks so much. Goodbye.
Basketball shorts.
Yo,
I love it.
Extra large.
Get some of those Georgetown
Me too.
Hoyas.
Yeah, I like to fuck children.